Clint Eastwood is 96 years old, born in 1930, still directing movies, still sharp, still moving like someone who never got the memo that aging is supposed to slow you down. You would think his secret is some crazy expensive supplement routine, right? Or maybe one of those billionaire biohacking gadgets that cost more than a used car. But nope, none of that. It is one of the most ridiculously simple plates of food you have ever seen. And he has been eating it since before most of us were even born. Most people his age are genuinely struggling just to get off the couch. But Clint is actively blocking a silent muscle killer that is quietly robbing millions of people over 50 of their strength right now. We're naming that killer in about 90 seconds, so stay with me. Today we, here at Longevity Lab, are going to break down his exact lean and green protocol, the real meals, the precise portions, and one surprisingly simple mathematical rule that makes diet anxiety just disappear. And you do not need Hollywood money for any of this. You can start tomorrow with food from your regular grocery store. The weird breakfast rule. Let us jump straight into his morning, because this is where things get immediately unexpected. At around 7 a.m., Clint does something most people would consider genuinely bizarre. He eats fish for breakfast. Actual fish. His son Scott personally confirmed it. Every single morning, without fail, it is wild-caught salmon and brown rice. No smoothies. No avocado toast. No cereal that pretends to be healthy, but is basically dessert in a box. I know, fish for breakfast sounds like a punishment you did not deserve. I thought the exact same thing. But then I looked at what this combination actually does to your body first thing in the morning, and honestly, I could not argue with it anymore. His typical breakfast plate is 4 to 6 ounces of baked or grilled salmon, half a cup of cooked brown rice, and a solid handful of steamed spinach. That is it. Nothing fancy. Here is why this is genuinely a genius move. That salmon floods his body with 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein before his day has even properly started. The brown rice gives him slow, steady energy, so his blood sugar never spikes and crashes an hour later. By 8 a.m., Clint has already hit close to 40 grams of protein and is probably already thinking about his next film. Meanwhile, most of us grab some toast, feel great for 45 minutes, crash hard by 10 a.m., and spend the rest of the morning desperately searching for caffeine. Sound familiar? But here's the thing. That breakfast is not just fighting morning fatigue. It is fighting something far more serious. And that brings us to the silent killer I promised you. Before we go on, comment below and tell me what you usually eat for breakfast. I'm genuinely curious, and I really do read every single one. The silent muscle killer. It has a name, Sarcopenia, and if you have never heard of it, that is honestly part of the problem. Starting around age 50, your body quietly begins losing 1 to 2% of its muscle every single year. That sounds small until you do the math over a decade. That slow, invisible process is the number one reason older adults suffer serious falls, lose their independence, and end up needing full-time care. Not heart disease, not some dramatic diagnosis, just plain, silent muscle loss that nobody warned them about. Now here is where it gets really interesting. A major 2025 study published in Frontiers in Nutrition found what I can only describe as a cheat code. Researchers followed older adults and found that people eating roughly 90 to 110 grams of protein per day saw dramatic improvements in muscle mass, strength, and physical function compared to people following the old standard recommendation, which turned out to be way too low for aging bodies. Here is the kicker. Clint's salmon breakfast alone gets him nearly halfway to that daily target before most people have finished their first cup of coffee. No chalky protein powder. No expensive shakes that taste like chocolate-flavored regret. Just real food on a plate. But it is genuinely not just the protein doing all the work. And that is where the 90-10 rule comes in. The 90-10 protocol. I know what some of you are thinking right now. Do I seriously have to eat like a monk every single day for the rest of my life? And the answer, thankfully, is absolutely not. Clint follows what he calls the 90-10 rule. 90% of the time, his meals are lean and green. High quality protein plus huge amounts of vegetables. Consistent and deliberate. But the other 10%? Occasional treats. Something he genuinely enjoys. Zero guilt attached. Let me put that into perspective. If you eat 3 meals a day across a full week, that is 21 meals total. The 90-10 rule gives you roughly 2 of those meals each week to just enjoy freely without a single ounce of stress. And here's the thing. That breathing room is not a weakness in the system. It is what makes the system actually survive long enough to produce real results. Because without it, here's what happens. You have one bad day. You eat one cookie you were not planning on. Your brain tells you the whole diet is ruined. And suddenly you're eating everything in the fridge. We have all been there. Clint has not, because he built flexibility in from day one. This is a lifestyle, not a prison sentence. And the rest of his day reflects that same calm consistency. Lunch, dinner, and the kitchen curfew. Lunch stays simple. 5 to 6 ounces of grilled chicken or fish over a massive pile of mixed greens and broccoli. A light drizzle of olive oil and fresh lemon for dressing. No heavy sauces hiding sugar. He eats it early, usually around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Now dinner is where things get surprisingly counterintuitive. For Clint, dinner is actually the lightest meal of the day. 4 to 5 ounces of baked salmon or chicken paired with what he reportedly calls a mountain of greens. Kale, spinach, asparagus. Maybe a small handful of berries if he wants something that feels like dessert. But here is the detail that matters most. He eats dinner before 7 in the evening. After that, the kitchen is closed. Done. He gives his body several hours to properly digest before sleep, which makes a real difference in overnight muscle recovery. No late night snacking. No standing in front of the open fridge at 10 p.m. eating cold leftovers straight from the container. Look, we have all done it. Clint just decided a long time ago that he was not going to. Between meals, if hunger hits, he reaches for berries or a small handful of nuts. And he drinks water all day. Not juice, not soda, just water. Sounds almost too simple, right? Keep going though, because the science behind why this works is genuinely fascinating. Why the greens matter. We need to have a real conversation about that mountain of greens, because most people are seriously underestimating what vegetables are actually doing inside their body. Most people treat vegetables like a tolerated obligation, something they push to the edge of the plate and pretend counts as effort. But Clint treats them like the most important thing on the plate. And the research coming out in 2025 and 2026 is basically saying he has been right all along. Here is what scientists confirmed. As we age, our bodies develop a slow, low-grade internal inflammation. Researchers gave a name. They call it inflammaging, and it quietly breaks down your muscle tissue and speeds up the very frailty most people just chalk up to getting older. Most people have no idea it is even happening inside them. The spinach, kale, and broccoli Clint piles onto every meal act like a fire extinguisher for that inflammation, packed with magnesium and antioxidants that calm the whole process down and protect your muscle tissue from being slowly dismantled from the inside out. Layer in the omega-3 fatty acids from his daily salmon, which actively help his body build and repair muscle at the cellular level. And by cutting out processed food and added sugar almost entirely, he prevents a damaging process called glycation that quietly breaks down muscle fibers over time. A 2026 Harvard review and a 2025 AARP analysis both landed on the same conclusion. Diets high in leafy greens and quality protein are strongly linked to lower muscle loss risk and significantly better long-term health outcomes. Honestly, Clint has been eating a futuristic anti-aging diet since the Eisenhower administration. He did not wait for Harvard to publish anything. He just quietly lived it for 70 years while the rest of the world caught up. If this is genuinely clicking for you right now, do me a quick favor and hit the like button. It really helps this channel reach more people who need this information. The Senior Adaptive Plan. Now let us make this completely practical, because knowing what Clint eats means nothing if you cannot apply it to your own regular Tuesday morning. Here is a cheap, simple version you can start tomorrow. For breakfast, grab a can of wild-caught salmon. It costs about $2, and you do not even need to cook it. Mix it with half a cup of brown rice and a handful of frozen spinach. 2 minutes in the microwave. Done. For lunch, pick up a pre-cooked rotisserie chicken. Pull off 5 ounces and lay it over a big salad with some broccoli. Under 3 minutes total. For dinner, bake 4 ounces of fresh or frozen salmon with some steamed kale and asparagus on the side. Simple and genuinely good once it becomes routine. That single day gets you to roughly 100 grams of top quality protein, floods your body with anti-inflammatory compounds, and keeps your blood sugar completely stable from morning to night. And if big raw salads are hard on your digestion, just steam the vegetables instead, or blend spinach into a smoothie with some protein. Your body absorbs the nutrients just as effectively either way. The golden rule of vitality. If you only take one thing away from this entire video, let be this. Small, consistent steps beat dramatic crash diets every single time. Not most of the time, every single time. Clint Eastwood at 96 is still working, still sharp, and still fully independent because he made one good choice and kept repeating it. Thousands of times, over 7 decades. That is genuinely the whole secret. No magic, no mystery, just consistency that most people underestimate because it sounds too boring to actually be true. Food is your fuel. And when you combine it with even a little movement, 2 or 3 short sessions each week using bodyweight squats or resistance bands, you multiply the muscle protecting effects dramatically. Food and movement work as a team. Neither one alone gets you all the way there. For week 1, just do 2 things. Add greens to 1 meal each day. Hit 25 grams of protein at breakfast. That is your only job this week. Build from there. Now I want our honest opinion on something, because this debate is real. Do you think most doctors are giving older patients the right protein advice? Or are millions of seniors still being told to eat far less than their bodies actually need, quietly losing muscle and independence while following outdated guidelines? Drop your honest take in the comments right now. Also drop your age below, and I will personally reply with the exact daily protein target for your body weight. And if you are ready to commit to the 90-10s protocol for the next 30 days, type the words, "I'm starting today," in the comments. I read every single one, and those 3 words genuinely make my day. Stay strong. Stay independent. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. See you in the next one. Quick note before you go. Everything in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a replacement for your doctor's advice. Please consult your physician before making significant changes to your diet, especially if you have existing health conditions or take any medications.